Hello and welcome to the Philippines. My name is Marcus, I'm an actor and a dive instructor, and I will be your host throughout this program covering diving. This time, the beautiful Philippines.
I am very soon about to arrive at Cebu Airport. Finally on ground, and less than 20 minutes and at least 10 smiling faces later, I'm sitting in a taxi on my way to the first dive site. My 2 weeks in the Philippines are finally beginning. First stop is on a liveaboard, and straight after, I'm visiting a beautiful dive resort. If you ask my friends, they'll tell you I'm a talkative kind of guy. Lucky for me, so are the Filipino people. The first adventure waits for me, just a short ride from the airport. I really look forward to unpack my dive gear.
Well, hello again, and welcome to the harbor. This is a boat that we're going to be using for our next dive journey, the Stella Maris Explorer. It's also called a liveaboard because, well, basically you live aboard. And this one we're going to stay on for 6 days. So let's get on it.
All I have to do for the next 6 days is sleep, eat, and dive. The staff aboard will take care of the rest. The marine park we are about to visit is only reachable by liveaboard and only for 3 months every year. So I feel pretty lucky to get the chance to have a look under the surface of this particular dive destination. I can't wait to leave the busy harbor and get into the water tomorrow morning.
A long flight, a great night's sleep in the boat. Wow, what a beautiful day. So let's see what wonders the Philippines has to offer you as a diver. Usually the first dive on a liveaboard will be a checkout dive, an easy dive, just to acclimatize oneself for safety. But no more waiting, let's get in.
The water temperature varies between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. If you're a Viking, a 3 mil shorty will do the trick. If you think you're a Viking, but really aren't, I would recommend you to bring a comfortable 5mm suit. Keep in mind that you most probably will do multiple dives and you need some protection to keep your core temperature up with that many hours in the water. Often you will do up to 20 dives on a week's liveaboard, or 3 to 5 dives a day. Even though I'm on a checkout dive right now, my adventure has already started. Basically, the dive guides use this dive to make sure that we can keep our buoyancy and not do damage to any corals. They also divide the group into 2 individual groups based on the level and skills of the divers, so that all the liveaboard guests can get the most out of their trip. At the same time, we divers have the opportunity to dust off and brush up on our diving skills. The climate in the Philippines is hot and tropical. March, April, and May are the hottest months.
Wow, what a great dive. First dive of this trip. Now the water is clear blue, temperature's perfect. There's millions of fishes down there. The colors are just incredible. Can I towel? Thanks. Looking forward to the next one.
A liveaboard truly connects people. Diving and living closely together quickly leads to sharing stories about diving, and what an amazing way to get information and inspiration for future travels.
Nowadays, most liveaboards carry nitrox. So if you haven't got the certificate yet, I recommend you to get it. 2 reasons. 1, better safety because of the lower nitrogen content. And 2, longer bottom times. And with diving as good as this, you really want to stay down as long as possible.
If your regulator is DIN configured, keep in mind that some places only offer tanks with yoke valves. To be safe, bring your own DIN to yoke adapter. I always prefer to dive with enriched air nitrox, if it's available. This liveaboard has a very skilled guy who fills our tanks with a nitrox blend of 32%. He's very competent doing his job and so far has nailed it with each and every tank that I've tested. The word is that some of the dive sites that we are about to visit has a lot of shark sightings. And the shark tends to be fond of depths, of around 30 meters. Perfect depth for a nitrox 32 blend. It takes a couple of days for me to settle in. I'm always a bit exhausted both physically and mentally in the beginning of a liveaboard. And it seems to me that this is the same for almost every diver on board. Once getting used to a lot of diving and the fresh sea breeze, people tend to open up more and share their stories. And after only 6 days, it's common to have a bunch of new best friends.
Diving!
I wonder why it's okay to wake up at 5 AM on a vacation, but it is actually okay.
It's very nice here. Let me just...
Getting up early squeezes in 4 dives a day. Another bonus that comes with it is that some marine animals are more active in the early hours.
Okay, it's very nice dive here, especially...
Often the best dive guides are Filipinos. My dive guide is amazing. He can pretty much predict where the good stuff will show up on every dive.
White tips on the sand.
So I better look in the same direction as him.
Now, being on the ocean and diving here, there's never any promises. But today, the dive master told me that there's going to be a big chance of sharks. I just hope I get to see them, and I hope they get up close. I want to see their face. See you later.
The Philippines is made up of 7,107 islands. Big marine life can easily be found in the Philippines. Apo Island, Apo Reef, and Tubataha Reef are synonymous with big pelagics. And here you can see tuna, turtles, sharks, schools of jacks and barracuda. And in Tubataha, white tip, black tip, and gray reef sharks are very common. Tubataha Marine Park is literally filled with sharks. If you're not into sharks, this is not the place for you. I myself am crazy about sharks, and I've been told that there's a chance to see tiger sharks and even the mighty whale shark here. How cool is that? For now, everywhere I look, there's either a white tip or a gray reef shark. I must confess that out here, I don't look for the small stuff. Macro diving will have to wait.
Pretty nice, huh? Well, as I told you, the guy didn't promise any sharks, but man, did we get them. 5 on a ledge. Later on, he told me he saw a tiger. I didn't get it, but maybe the next one. This was a great dive. Last day of the liveaboard, and we had the last dive. We just came up from it. Best dive ever. Whale sharks, not just one, we had two. Basically describing this trip, we had sharks on every dive. Marine life here is fantastic. We've got coral fish all over, the colors are just wonderful. Staff aboard here, the boat, great staff, friendly, food's good. Basically, it's been a great diving experience.
It's been an adventure in Tubataha Marine Park here in the Sulu Sea. Truly an amazing place to visit. Great staff, tasty food, and very skilled guides all together made this trip fantastic. I'm not really ready to say goodbye to the new friends I've made on this trip, but with the upcoming dive resort in mind, I guess I won't be melancholic for long. It's good custom to tip the staff on the liveaboards as well as on the dive resorts. Most of the hard-working staff here depend on the tip from the divers. A good staff deserves a good tip.
Solid ground beneath my feet again, but I still feel a little bit like I'm sailing. Don't worry, it'll wear off in time. Okay, here we go.
Our driver has a bad habit of stepping on the gas pedal every third second. Kinda distracting, but what he lacks in driving skills, he more than makes up for in information skills about the Philippines. He talks non-stop about his country and his people and seems very honest about both good and bad things. I like him a lot. Time flies by fast and soon we're arriving to a remote placed resort with some of the Philippines' most famous dive sites nearby.
Thank you. During the next few days of diving, we're going to be staying here at Turtle Bay Resort. Now, someone in there told me about this great-great-grandmother turtle on the house reef. I sure hope I'm going to be able to find it.
Turtles are always fun to dive with. I think a turtle looks like a really old and careless dude, hanging out, sleeping, or eating off the reef. They're not shy at all, and they barely notice me. Sea turtles tend to live long lives. Some of the biggest ones can even be as old as 100 years or even older. There's nothing like a beautiful resort with a soft bed and a pool just outside my room. It took me about 4 hours in a taxi from Cebu City to this resort, but it was absolutely worth it. The atmosphere here is very relaxing. Now I'm looking forward to a nice massage in the resort spa. And I think I deserve it after all the exhausting turtle watching I did today. Internet and Wi-Fi are available in most resorts, and often for free. On liveaboards though, you will most likely have to take a break from the internet. But give it some time and you will probably enjoy the radio silence as much as me. This type of boat is a day diving boat and widely used in the Philippines. It looks a bit fragile, I know, but it's actually very strong and nicely balanced. It's great for a small group of divers. It's a very efficient way to bring divers to the dive sites and back again fast. And let's not forget that the look is very exotic and great on pictures, right? The next dive site is known for its enormous shoals of sardines, and I'm here in the perfect season to experience it. Marine predators love this bait ball of sardines. The locals like to eat them as well, and I would love to see it from below the surface. With millions in a shoal, there are more than enough for everybody. Wow, it is possible to get lost in the wall of sardines. Where's my buddy? Oh, he's right beside me. I realize that I have to keep an eye on my buddy even more than I'm used to, but it's a very cool experience. The sardines are in the shallows, so if I get lost, it's easy to swim slowly to the surface and reunite with my buddy, no worries. It's fascinating to see how predators like trevallies and jacks constantly are hunting and making tunnels in the huge shoals. It has to be a bit stressful to be a sardine. What a truly spectacular dive. We saw this huge bait ball of sardines and I almost got lost in the middle of it. Now it's a great day out here in the ocean and I'm just looking forward for the next dive. The Philippines have so many amazing places to dive. Let me introduce you to a few of my favorites. On Malapascua Island, you will find one of the few dive sites in the world with a good chance to dive with the shy thresher sharks, a beautiful and rare shark. Siguijor and Boracay have gentle slopes, wall diving and very pretty reefs. Coron is famous for its World War II wrecks. Over 10 Japanese boats lie in these waters, shallow enough for recreational divers to explore them. Puerto Galera has dozens of dive sites within a very short distance of the resorts. Perhaps the best known being canyons, where strong currents will give you an exhilarating ride, and Verde Island, home to an enormous number of fish. Anilao is just a short ride from Manila and home to some great reefs and brilliant macro life.
Out here in the tropics, it gets dark pretty fast. But it's a great opportunity to have a night dive. So I'm gonna go get my camera, get my gear, and we're gonna do some mock diving right here on the house reef. The sun's going down, better gear up.
Total darkness and only seeing what is right in front of my torch spooked me out on my very first night dive. But today I enjoy the calm feeling that the darkness gives me. If you've tried it, I think you know what I mean. The marine life at night is very different from the day dives. Strange creatures emerges from cracks and holes in the reef as they search for food. I realize that a lot of marine life creatures are hunting at night. I just pray that no sharks are moving about looking for me. Another great day of diving and socializing has passed. Now let's get our feet up and pop open a cold one, just to complete an excellent day. The Philippines is a country with a population of about 100 million people, and the country has, since Spanish colonial times, been Asia's largest Catholic population, Manila being the capital. Go to a local market and have a mango. Probably the world's best mango.
We've not visited all 7,000 islands of the Philippines. Just kidding. But we did show you some of the best diving this country has to offer. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Next time we will be visiting... Nah, it's a secret. Can't tell you yet. But stay tuned and you'll be one of the first to know. See you later.